What's up YouTube? In this video I'm going to be showing you the secret to using AliExpress to drop ship products to your eBay customers, your Amazon customers, or customers from your own website. There is one secret trick to making this work. A lot of you guys have expressed interest with me in wanting to get started drop shipping. Personally, I'm not big on drop shipping, maybe to test products. Overall, it's not my favorite or chosen business model. I prefer to order inventory. But a lot of you guys have asked, so I'm more than happy to help you and teach you how this works. Also, a lot of you guys have expressed interest in using AliExpress to dropship. And I'll tell you, the one big problem with that is items are going to take too long to arrive. Your buyers are going to be unhappy. And also, you don't really have accurate tracking. And that's another thing that's important to buyers. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use AliExpress to dropship products. But instead of ordering them from China, where your customers are going to be waiting, 2 weeks minimum, probably more like 3 weeks to a month for a product to arrive, I'm going to show you how to only shop for or only list items that are available in U.S. warehouses. And that means when you order, your customer should have the product, I would say, within a week at most, probably much quicker than that. First off, when you do products in the U.S., your choice of available products is going to be much lower. On AliExpress, if we were to go into women's fashion accessories, there would literally be tens of thousands of items that we could buy. When we do only U.S. Fulfillment stuff or stuff that's in U.S. warehouses that's here and that can ship quickly, we're going to go from like tens of thousands of items to maybe like a dozen items available. So you're not going to have as many choices, and the products are going to be more expensive, basically for that convenience factor. But I'll tell you why you have to do this, especially for eBay and Amazon. I'm sure you guys know eBay customers, Amazon customers, they want to get their items quickly. If they don't have their items in a few days, they're hitting you up asking, "Where's my item at? Do you have a tracking number?" And if you're ordering stuff from AliExpress in China, not only is this stuff going to take probably 3 weeks minimum to arrive to your customers, but also you're not going to have accurate tracking. You're going to have China Post or e-packet tracking. Half the time that redirects you to some Chinese website that you can't understand. The other half the time it doesn't show accurate tracking info. I don't know about you guys, but my customers are crazy about tracking. Typically within a few hours of somebody winning an item, they're asking for their tracking number or asking if I shipped it out. Another problem I run into, and any of you guys who sell on eBay or Amazon are probably familiar with this, when I ship most of my stuff USPS first class, which is delivery confirmation, not tracking. For anyone who doesn't know the difference, delivery confirmation, they only have to scan the package when they're dropping it off at your house. They don't have to scan it in the sorting facilities along the way. So when you print a label, it says, label created, but unless you actually physically walk up to the post office desk and make them scan it in, it doesn't necessarily get scanned. So I get so many emails and messages from people, hey, you said that you shipped the item, but the tracking number doesn't work. Or you said that you shipped the item, but the post office says you didn't ship it. And I have to explain like at least 3 times a day to people. USPS is delivery confirmation. They're not required to scan it along the way. It's not like true tracking. It's not up to date. The only scan they're required to do is upon delivery. And what makes it even more confusing is sometimes they do what's called a courtesy scan, which means that they'll scan, I guess if they're not busy and have time, they'll scan your stuff along the way. So it confuses buyers because sometimes their packages get scans, other times they don't get scans. But this is using the USPS domestically where things are arriving in a few days. Imagine if you're ordering off AliExpress and the stuff is going to take 3 weeks to arrive and you got tracking info that doesn't work. You're going to have buyers going crazy. Furthermore, eBay and Amazon are now starting to score you, score your sales stats based on how quickly you print a tracking number, how quickly tracking gets uploaded, how quickly tracking shows delivered. And with China stuff, sometimes they don't even ship your item for 5 days or a couple days. So you're going to have a couple days where there is no tracking. And after that, typically the China packet or e-packet tracking, typically it doesn't work for at least a week or two. And if it does work, it normally doesn't show very accurate data. So I think you're asking for upset buyers and negative feedback and things like that. So we'll get started with this. I'm going to show you guys the secret to using AliExpress as a drop shipper. So we're going to go to women's clothing, and we're going to go down to accessories. Now, as you see here, for sunglasses, we have 35,000 different types of sunglasses. For scarves, we have over 30,000 different kinds of scarves. Belts, we have over 21,000 belts, over 4,000 hats. And like I said, products are not only going to get more expensive. Here's 98 cents for a women's necktie. Not only are products going to get more expensive, but the selection is going to go way down. So what we're going to do here, where we can sort or add additional features, we want to ship to the United States, and normally stuff is coming from mainland China, but you're going to click the US flag for domestic delivery. Now we're also going to click free shipping, and you saw how many products we had before. What, we had 30,000 belts, 24,000 scarves, 5,000 hats. Look at what we got now. We have 5 scarves, 1 belt, and 1 piece of eyeglasses. So literally before we probably had over 100,000 products to choose from. Now we're down to 7 products to choose from. And this is them right here. And also you'll notice prices are going to be higher. Like, I don't know, just for example, if I were to buy the same scarf from China, it would probably be about half the price. Granted, I got to wait 3 weeks for it to come, but it's half the price. If I were to go to Alibaba and buy this in quantity, I can get it even cheaper. But these aren't terrible price. You know, these eyeglasses are expensive. You're not going to be able to make any money on these. Dongya scarf. If we go to Amazon and search Dongya scarf, look, there's people selling Dongya Infinity scarves, $10.88, $12.88, $10.88. Here's some cheaper ones, $4 to $35, $12 to $12.99. They actually have good reviews, so this is probably a pretty decent quality scarf. You're paying kind of a high price. It says $4.74. I don't see any of these scarves for $4.74. I think you have to go over to the China tab to get those prices. Actually, let's take a look here. So if we go over to the China tab, we are at $5.69 for that one. We're at $4.74 for that one. However, as soon as we toggle back to US, look, the price is double. All the things went from $4 or $5 to $8 a scarf. $8. Here's one for $5.69. It's kind of an ugly pink. They're probably trying to get rid of it. $8.54 for this mustard colored one. $8.54 for the red one. Sometimes you'll see below here it'll say, you know, seller discount by bulk price. Okay. So if you buy 7 pieces or 10 pieces or more, you're going to get them for $7.69. So what I might do, I might contact the seller, which I would just, to do that, I would just go down here and click Contact Now. And I might say to this guy, okay, I'm looking to buy 20 pieces. What's the best price you can do? And he might come down to $6 for me. Now, if we go over to and sell that on Amazon, we could probably sell it for $12 and double up our money if we put good pictures up and market it in the right way and promote it off Amazon as well. I think to really compete with this, you'd probably want to send it into Prime. As you can see, all these things are in with Prime. And Prime's going to take a fee. I imagine Prime would take $2 or $3. So we'll go off the highest priced one just to make things easy here. So we'll say $12.88 minus, I said we could probably get that scarf for $6. So that leaves $6.88 profit. We're going to minus $3 for Prime fees. And that brings us down to about $3.88. So you're not going to make a killing. If you sell 100 of these scarves, you're going to make $388. It's not terrible if it's something that actually sells. You know, it is inventory with Prime, so it's not like you're having to fulfill all the orders. It's pretty much a totally hands-off way to do your e-commerce and make some money. But let's go back to Ali, and we'll look at a few other categories here. Let's see. We'll go to phones and accessories. And we'll go to mobile phone accessories. Let's see what's available in the U.S. for these. We'll look at a few different categories and see what's available. So again, I just want to show you guys. I mean, you're going to see really low prices. We see thousands, literally 66. I mean, there's 100,000 products just in these 2 categories. Another 80,000. I mean, we're looking at like 200,000 phone products here. Let's see what happens when I click United States. Okay, so you'll see there's actually still a fair, I mean, before we had 200,000, now we're probably down to about 1,000 products. So there's a lot less, but there's actually a pretty good selection here in the U.S. still. Let's click free shipping and see what that takes it down to. Okay, so let's see if there's any room to make any money on it. Like this power bank is overpriced. Like that's a retail price. Shockproof phone case. If you market this the right way, you may be able to sell it, but again, you know, $5.99 is already pretty expensive for a phone case. $6.99. Something like this you might be able, or something like this you might be able to mark up and sell for a decent price. Let's sort from low to high and see what kind of cheap items we have here. So you got some phone cases that you get for like $2.16 a piece. I mean, I'm sure you guys know there's a lot of phone cases on Amazon that are like $3 with free shipping. So whether you can make money on this, you know, I don't know. I'm not that familiar with phone case. This is kind of a unique design. You may be able to do okay with that one. Not terrible prices here. There's not huge margins for you, but let's see what else they got here. This is kind of cool, like a fisheye lens for your iPhone. $2.88 a piece to $7. Let's take a look here. See exactly what this thing is. Okay, so this basically turns your cell phone camera into a wide-angle lens. This is actually kind of a neat product, and if you can pick it up for $7.80, I could see being able to sell something like that for $15. Now, again, if you were to go to Alibaba and find your own wholesaler and buy this product, even if you're only buying 50 units, I bet you could probably get this thing for, I don't know, $1.50 a piece, $2 instead of $7.80. So, I mean, you can make better margins if you buy the stuff yourself, but I could see this being something that you could just throw up on Amazon and sell and drop ship. These cassette phone cases are kind of popular. What you really want to look for is unique items. You don't want somebody to be able to find your exact same item on Amazon for a third of the price. Let's see here, looking at phone accessories. Yeah, nothing else is really jumping out at me. Like, at this point, we're getting into overpriced phone cases. Let's go back home and we'll look at one more product category. I haven't really decided what we're going to look at yet, but we'll look at one more product category here. Okay, we'll go to toys, kids, and babies. We'll go to toys and hobbies, and let's see what we got in the U.S. So, they're going to make us choose another subcategory. We will do learning and education. Okay, so let's see. We got 100,000 products in the action figures. Electronic pets, we got 1,500. We got 52,000 blocks. So as you can see here, again, we have hundreds of thousands of products. Once we toggle over to ships from U.S. warehouses, there are 0 products left. I want to show you guys one more thing before we cut this video out. I got a couple minutes left here. We'll go to consumer electronics and we'll go to smart electronics, and let's see what we got left in U.S. warehouses after this. I also want to take a look at what the shipping times are on this type of stuff. So again, wearable electronics, we got like what, 15,000, 20,000, and we've probably got like 30-something thousand products here. When we click U.S., let's see if there's any in the U.S. here. Okay, so we still got, I don't know, say 120 products here in the U.S. So again, I'm going to do free shipping. That'll probably narrow it down a little bit more. And then lastly, let's sort from low to high. Okay, so what is this? Bluetooth smart tracker. Okay, so I guess you can put this on your kid's phone and it tracks them. That's $9. If you market this the right way, I could see you being able to get 20 bucks out of it. Let's see. Bluetooth tracker chip child. See if anyone's selling the same product on Amazon. Bluetooth, what do we call that? Smart tracker. Smart tracker. Okay, so someone's selling this on Amazon for 15 bucks. See, there's not a huge margin there. Again, this is something where if you bought it off AliExpress, Alibaba, you'd probably get it for much cheaper. If you contact the seller, you may be able to get a better price. But again, you're paying a premium for buying something that's already in the U.S. There's a lot of these things. One more thing we're going to do. Let's click into this product and see how quickly the shipping time is so we know how quickly your buyer would get this. So estimated delivery time 7 days. Free shipping to U.S. via USPS. That's good to see. No China Post. It's going to ship out within 3 days of you ordering. So potentially it could ship the same day, but they could sit on it for 3 days, and then you got a delivery time of 2 to 6 days. So at the very longest, this is going to take 9 days to arrive to your customer. That's a little bit on the long side, but if you work with a seller on a regular basis and you say, hey, I need you to get these things out quickly, they'll probably work with you on that. I got to cut this video short. We're running out of time here. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you out. If you have any questions, ask me a question in the comment section below.